Well, hey there guys. So this is basically about the Elder Scrolls Online, and this is mainly about the bites. So I mean, here's my character. I'm just going to visit the shrine. I've been waiting for 19 days to get bitten, camping at most of all of the various spots around Riften, but every time something spawns, it's usually not a blood fiend, it's something else, so usually Daedric creatures or some other shit. So at the moment the two next to me are actually kids. Unfortunately I didn't record their speaking until a bit later, but the one standing next to me, he's claiming that he's a vampire and he can bite, and well, the fact is he can't, because he's only level 11, and I very much doubt he's managed to get his vampire skills up to level 6 to bite, but he's asking for 10,000 gold, the other guy's saying no, it's too much, and they're kind of arguing and bickering. Now in ESO, this is kind of a system that's happening a lot, where people are buying bites. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. I mean, I'm sitting here just waiting for a vampire to turn up. I'll ask a vampire if they turn up if they have a spare bite, but if they ask for gold, I'm not paying at all. So the other two are kind of arguing over how much they're going to pay, and then they're going to argue about what system they're going to use for payment. You know, bite first, pay first, and typically it doesn't usually go down well. The last few times I've actually been here, there's been other players sort of scamming others, saying, yeah, sure, give me the money, and then they just run off and they don't give them the bite. This is why I think it's kind of an arse hat move of you, if you're actually gonna buy and then screw around and then just fuck off. It's kind of, it's not very pleasant. That's why I generally won't do anything outside of a trade screen. If they want money for a bite, they're not going to get it from me. So I was here for about 25 minutes, and the other two, they kind of just stopped talking to each other. But I was kind of lucky. I was just screwing around in the actual menus, and yeah, this kind of happened. Yeah, well, I didn't actually realise what was happening, because at the time I was having a drink and looking away. But I suddenly realised, shit, somebody's actually biting me, because I'd kind of planned on recording it properly, but it kind of just came up, you know, really surprisingly, because I hadn't talked to this guy, hadn't messaged him, nothing. He just randomly did it, which was really nice of him.
Don't know when it was free.
Hey, thanks.
It was free?
Yeah, that was free. I didn't even ask.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Wow, you're wow, that's weird.
Oh, excellent.
Aw, Chris is mad at me now.
Nice, thank you very much.
Yo, you got lucky, what? That's all you gotta do, just stand here all day. You'll eventually get bit.
So yeah, this time, this isn't me playing, this is actually Fantasia, because she wanted to be a werewolf because she's doing sort of melee attacks, but she managed to meet this guy online, and sounds like a dating thing, but she met him online in one of the groups, and he offered to bite her for free. They had a bit of a problem with him not being able to bite, because he had to charge it up, but finally she got bit, as you can see now. So she then was pretty pleased, but she had no idea how to do the quest or anything like that, so we're going to have a really quick sort of like rundown of what the actual quest entails. So the first thing that you're actually going to do after you've been bitten is you'll notice there's a scroll that you have to read. As soon as you read it, it'll open up what looks like one of the usual Daedra portals that's going to take you through to the hunting grounds. Once you're through the portal, you'll then meet up with one of your fellow werewolves. Once you go over to the shrine, you have to pay tribute to her scene. You will then be asked to prove yourself as a loyal werewolf and to be powerful enough by hunting a great beast for you and your fellow werewolf brothers to feast on. This mission, unlike in the actual vampire one, this one tailors to your level. So when I did this, I was level 9 at the time, so all of the creatures were about level 12, and it was fairly easy for me to do. Whereas when you do the vampire quest, they're going to be level 38. It doesn't matter what level you are, they're going to be the same level. It's only really for the werewolf it's a bit easier for you to actually complete the mission, considering it tailors to your level. So from this point, the only thing you have to do is basically go and kill a few creatures, and then you have to kill like a main boss-like character, which is either going to be a troll, a snake, or a mammoth. Generally the mammoth is the easiest because it's slow and it's quite easy to predict what it's going to do. You can just keep running round to the back of him and keep slashing at him with your claws. The snake is not so bad, it's fairly quick to move, but it's quite easy to get behind it. The toughest one is probably the troll, from my experience. It kind of moves around quite fast, it's got very high health, and it does a lot of damage when it hits you. I managed to complete it, but I died once in the process, but you know, they're not so hard, and like I said, they do tailor to your level. Once you're in, you're going to find that there's a few different kinds of tigers. There are some harpies as well, and crocodiles. They're the only creatures that are going to be here. Now you only actually have 2 abilities while you're doing this mission, which is basically pounce and roar. You can use your slash attacks, and if you hold it and allow it to complete, you'll do a very hard attack. This is quite useful against the harpies, because when you get a group of 3 of them, they can actually deplete your health by quite a lot. With the rest of them, you can just pounce on them and just slash the hell out of them, and they'll basically drop down pretty quickly, as you'll see in a moment. In the hunting grounds, I'd probably say the harpies are going to be the most annoying creatures in it. They can hit you with a few attacks that stuns you, and they can get your health down pretty easily. I know when I did this mission, they were the only thing that actually managed to kill me in this, because they knocked me down twice, and then I just kept getting hit with electric, which ended up finishing me off. So as for the main creature in this, the main boss that Fantasia went against is actually the snake. So we're going to see a little bit of the battle now between her and the snake, and once you've actually finished this and you've killed the snake, then you basically just have to call for the rest of your werewolf brothers, and then you'll eat it, and that's it, it's finished. After you've actually completed it, the best thing for you to do if you want to level up is to stay in this area and just keep circling around, killing all of the various creatures. Once you've actually finished that, then you can actually get to level 10 in about an hour. So as long as you've got the skill points, you can pretty much immediately leave the area and bite someone else. Obviously, you know, do it for free, because you don't want to be one of those idiots that starts charging people. But yeah, you could bite somebody else almost immediately afterwards.
Enough! The pup has become a wolf. Bow to me, hunter, and receive true power.
So yeah, like I said, at this point you're just going to basically bow to her scene. You'll gain the werewolf ability and skill tree. After that, stay in the area and then just kill everything. Just keep circling around. They respawn every maybe 2 minutes, so if you just make a casual circle run all the way around. Now, The bosses don't actually respawn. It's only going to be the sort of tigers, the harpies, and the crocodiles. But you can kill them all, circle round every 2 minutes or so, and they'll just respawn. And you only have to kill them maybe 200 or 225 creatures, and you'll be werewolf level 10 in no time. It took me about 1 hour. It took Fantasia about an hour and a half. And then as soon as you leave, if you've got the skill point, you can put it straight onto your werewolf stats, and then you'll be able to bite somebody else almost immediately.